just crash here tonight. You can see her in no shape for driving. And anyway, I've got no place to go. And you know it might not be that bad.
Tempe has a very rich music history going all the way back to territorial days, really, when barrio musicians were entertaining at weddings and at dances around town. During the 1960s, Waylon Jennings launched his solo career here, and then we've had a lot of other great artists who have been signed to major labels and have had a lot of impact nationally on the music scene in the years that have followed. So really over the course of a lot of years, Tempe has had a lot of impact on music.
Tempe was the big time for us, if that makes sense, you know. Sun Club and those kind of legendary places, and Dooley's, or, you know, that became Electric Ballroom later. You were striving to get to those, you know. Tempe scene in those days was massive, and you wanted to be part of it.
People love Tempe music because it is a reminder of a time and a place. It's always been a place where there's been a lot of great music. If you went to ASU, as so many thousands of people did, then you spent a portion of your life listening to this music, and hearing it again brings back a lot of memories for people. So that's why I think Tempe music is so important.
Well, I was young and excited to be able to go out and experience live music, you know, having just turned the age that I could. And then here it turns out these bands are amazing. We just all followed from the next night to the next night, and you didn't want to miss a thing because I think you knew you were involved in something really special.
Back then, the clubs were open every day of the week, so there were bands 7 days a week. So we were headlining Tuesday night at midnight to 10 people. We added a little bit of face paint, a little bit of blood, a little bit of, you know, fire, what have you, and all of a sudden we were headlining every big place that we ever wanted to play.
Well, we've collected a lot of musical memorabilia from artists as well as from music fans. We have instruments from a lot of Tempe artists, people like Doug Hopkins and Hans Olsen and quite a few others. We've also collected items from well-known Tempe venues. We have photographs, we have video, we have audio for people to listen to. So people should be able to get a really good feel of what Tempe music's all about when they come to the exhibit. It started off with a single Facebook post that we put out just asking, hey, does anybody have any great Tempe music memorabilia? And the response that we got was overwhelming. I was really just flooded with inquiries and people interested in wanting to be a part of the project. So artists as well as music fans who collected flyers and photographs and saved them in closets and under beds over the years.
It's not just all about 90s at Long Wong's on Mill, although that's a big part of it. It started way back in the 30s and 40s, and even before that. We've got one of the headline bands we're talking about is Chapito Chavarria. He took Mexican tunes and big band and kind of married them into some really fun music. He's going to be featured here. So it goes as far back as the 40s, up through the 60s, and then all the way up through 70s, 80s, 90s, and even today.
We're going to have so much activity. We're going to have lecture series, we're going to have concerts, we're going to have changing site exhibits, all relating to Tempe music. It's really going to be a whole year that celebrates music here in Tempe.
You've had major bands come from here and continue to have just a vibrant local scene that is derived from any college scene. You know, when you have college students around, you have college students who want to go out. Hopefully they want to see live music, hopefully live original music. And it goes in waves, but yes, it is absolutely important to Tempe's history, what happened in this town.
We've got to do some really amazing things, you know, and each time something like that happens, I remember to be very grateful and have an attitude of gratitude and never take anything for granted. We work very hard. To have a museum say we'd like to put your stuff in there is a huge honor.
In my world, I look at it and go, wow, Tempe was something different. Because I don't know anybody. I've traveled the world and I've played on stages with the Ramones, and I've played on stages still to this day with 311 and Sublime and all them, and I don't know if they can tell those stories. So that's why I think it's important to be able to put this in to the museum.
This has been a community effort. This is something that the whole music community banded together to create. And I think that everybody's going to be really proud of it.